Hey, this is John Carlos, and I am here with a quick look, a brief review of the NECA action figures of Donatello and Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. This is how the figures look right out of the packaging. They do come with these little cloth robes, which we'll put on in a moment. I gotta say though, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is not my favorite Ninja Turtles movie, but I do have quite a soft spot for it, particularly because of their look in the movies. So when NECA announced that they were making like the 4-pack of them from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 for San Diego Comic-Con 2023, I went, ooh. Because when you look at these are pretty magnificent looking figures, in my opinion. I think the details in capturing these like samurai outfits, it's pretty insane. Now, those exclusives have been released. I got these at Walmart. Instead of a 4-pack, there's a 2-pack. Obviously, the other 2-pack is of Leo and Donnie. I think this is the superior 2-pack for one simple reason. It comes with the scepter accessory and the other one does not. Let's go for a closer look at the outfits though. Because, look at just the chest plate. I'm just going to say, look at this stuff a lot. But like the sculpt and the texture that's being used on the like sort of, it's a little metallic at the top there, but just like the red, all the little rivety things, the arm cuffs, the little details on top of those little gloves, the pattern on the little top shoulder section and in the back, you can see the little turtle shell poking out. But the fact that they captured this pattern looks really, really cool. The flow of the fabric there, that little kind of, it looks like dirt, which is a nice detail. Same thing on the pants. There's a little bit of brown splotches. The little leg guard cuff things look really, really good too. Paint, for the most part, is pretty clean, but the fact that it manages to capture a sense of fabric and a sense of solid for when it's solid is really cool. The helmet, the headpiece looks really, really good. I remember when Playmates made these figures, and only one of them, God, I think it was Leo. It was the only one that was movie accurate. The other 3 were made up. So having the more detailed versions, a more accurate version, makes the little Playmate Ninja Turtles 3 fan in me kind of squeal a little bit. Now, the helmet does pop off. There is a little like nook there that fits the knot, and it just sort of clicks on. Actually, before we put the helmet on, let's take a closer look at the head. You just saw Raph. Here's a closer look at Donnie. And one thing that's very noticeable, and I say this in a good way, is that they captured the way they look in 3 because the Jim Henson Company did not do the Turtles for 3 the way they did for 1 and 2, and the heads do look a bit different. And Donnie's eyes, the mouth shape, the fact that we get a little bit of like teeth and a little tongue sticking out, the curl of that lip looks pretty good. The heads were extra spotty in that movie, and they got the spots on this, so that's good. I think the expression's good. The little yellowish kind of wash right along the edge there's a bit of a harsh line. That's a bit of a bummer. Nothing worth complaining over. Here's a closer look at Raph. Not as detailed of a sculpt, mouth is closed, but that closed mouth does read pretty good. Again, the spots, I like that you can see the eyelid through the eye mask. And that there's a little tiny bit of a gap right along the edge of the mask. Just like, because in that movie, boy howdy, the little eye masks, the little holes that they would look out of were very noticeable in the 3rd movie. Here's a closer look at the scepter. The little thing in the middle does not spin, but they do include the little thing in the middle, so that's nice. But the sculpt and the metal work right along the edges, where it gets a little bit darker, the little dotted edges, looks really, really cool. They've got the inscription on the side, which is nice. This is such a cool accessory, and in my opinion, a really underrated time travel device when we think of things like the TARDIS or the DeLorean. I'm really happy that we have such a good version of this in toy form from NECA. We'll put these on in a moment, but here are the little face masks that go over the mouths of our 2 turtles. We also get, of course, a bow staff, and we have a pair of sais, because duh. And then lastly, we have, because they start off with grip hands, so this includes a pair of open palm hands. And I will say for both this pair of hands and the little finger pointy kind of grip hands, the fingernails have a slight paint job to them, but I don't think they're that distinct. You could almost see them being the same color as the finger, but they're not. So we're going to put the robe and the mask on, but in order to do that, you need to take the head off and slide the mask on over the front, and then pull the rope across the back and kind of slide it up a bit towards the knot until it looks like that. Now we're going to place the little outer robe on. The robe does have like a pattern printed on it, but only on the outside. The inside, still white. It is worth noting that the shoulder joints, besides the usual, have a butterfly hinge, and that's pretty neat. That'll help get this arm in to the sleeve, and it is worth noting that the robe has a wire running through the front and around the collar, so you can kind of pose it into like a billowy or whatever you want. Now that I've put the head back on, you just push the helmet on and it just snaps right over the knot. It's pretty easy actually, and I love that you can hear the little click, the little snap. So with Donnie fully assembled with the robe, I gotta say it looks pretty good. I like that you don't see the white unprinted part of the robe. And the fact that it does have the wire is kind of cool, although now you see the white if you want it to billow out. So take that into consideration. One little thing that I really like is that the top of the helmet has this little like pattern printed on it, and it looks really, really good. The helmets look great. The little mustache and little goatee hanging down, the fact that it's purple and matches, that all four of the turtles have corresponding kind of matching paint schemes to their mustaches, is pretty cool. Also, this figure looks a little bulky, but they looked bulky in the movie, so I like that the bandanas, you know, if you took some of this off, they'd be kind of sticking out and floating, but they do rest right on like kind of where the shoulder and chests are. Great looking as far as like fabric placement of stuff. Fabric placement of stuff. That's the kind of quality, detailed reviewing you're going to get from me. Thanks for joining me for this quick review. I really do like these figures a lot. I really can't get over the fact that we have such a high quality scepter as an accessory. As a longtime childhood Ninja Turtles fan, I think the quality of these figures is I don't want to say exquisite. I feel like that's a little too excessive, but like, they do really look pretty magnificent on the shelf. There's a lot of real quality, detailed work here. Not just in the costumes, but the fact that they captured the likeness of the turtles' appearance, like their facial appearance in Ninja Turtles 3 with the giant eyes, the different head shapes. I love these. Love them. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these, and if you want to be up to date with my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe.